Hi Guy, my name is David. Today we will talk about The Bold and the Beautiful spoiler update on Wednesday, August 12th, teases that Hope Spencer and Zoe Buckingham will reach an agreement. BB fans know that Zoe hopes to go on the business side instead of just in front of the camera. Zoe's dreams go beyond just modeling, so Hope will think she can help her achieve some of these. Of course there will be something for Hope too. Hope will feel that Zoe could be a useful partner in the Hope for the Future line, so she will be willing to leave behind. As a reminder, Zoe was part of the fake adoption cover-up and contributed to Hope's crushing grief. Zoe's father, Dr. Reese Buckingham, orchestrated the plot that led Hope to believe Beth Spencer was dead. Beth was given to Steffy Forrester, who believed she was adopting Flo Fulton's baby instead. Zoe kept her mouth shut about that giant mess, so it's easy to see why it's been causing trouble for a while. However, Hope got Beth back and is happily serving as Douglas Forrester's mother as well. Though the loss tore up Hope and Liam Spencer, they have now remarried and thrive with their happy family. This is the perfect time for new beginnings pouring into the workplace, so Hope and Zoe will make a deal to move forward as partners. Other spoilers from Bold and the Beautiful say things are going to look a lot less promising for Brooke Forrester. Ridge Forrester will have to break the terrible news to Brooke in Wednesday's episode. Brooke initially worries that Ridge hit the sheets with Shauna Fulton, but Ridge admits that he married her instead. This obviously won't make any sense to Brooke, who believes she is still Ridge's wife. Ridge will be offering updates on his messages to Carter Walton and how the divorce went after all. Brooke will continue to deny it for a while, but Ridge will work to convince her that it's true, even if she doesn't want it to be. It looks like other evidence will back Shauna eventually, so furious Brooke will have to accept this devastating blow. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful say another action-packed episode is on the way, so stay tuned to BB. One injury Ridge held to was that Bill was responsible for Steffy's accident. It was kind of like Ridge thinking Bill had raped Steffy all over again. At least Bill was actually sufficiently remorseful, amazingly so, and even Steffy told her one-time swordwearer that enough was enough with the apologies. Though I think, after 2 car accidents, he might want to add glasses to his bearded mug. Hope helped Liam and the off-screen Kelly decorate Steffy's house ahead of Steffy's homecoming. Hope had also helped care for Kelly in Steffy's absence, and, after firing off another helmet PSA, Hope made a lot of noise about how wonderful it was to have Kelly and Beth together. Kelly could stay with her as long as needed. Weird. Though I do agree it was good of Hope to help out, given her history with Steffy. Well, even before Steffy got home, she said no less than 3 times that she didn't want to feel out or be groggy with Kelly. She refused to take her pills. Until he started staring at the bottle. Was Chanel right in last week's column that we have a budding addiction plot on our hands? When Steffy finally took a pill against his best judgment, he didn't even swallow it with water. This is a superpower. With Steffy in her hospital bed, Brooke suggested that Ridge call Taylor. He did, and Taylor sent flowers. Also, Ridge decided he should call Thomas. Where the hell was Thomas, anyway? He escaped from his marriage to Zoe after his obsession with Hope was laid bare, then walked away. So did Ridge know where Thomas was the whole time? It turned out I didn't need to ask any more questions, because Thomas showed up to talk about where he is. I think he said something, but I was too deafened by how good he looked with that new beard he was sporting. It was almost enough to forgive me for the stupidity he put me through for a year. Almost. Thomas revealed he logged in plenty of time alone, reflecting as he drove up and down the California coast and stopped wherever the spirit moved him. That's great, but shouldn't he have been in a psychiatric ward? Apparently Thomas had been talking to Taylor constantly, but that doesn't reassure me. No, unless Taylor has finally, once again, become the sane and sensible shrink we knew and loved. Thomas had been in contact with Douglas long enough to tell him about Steffi's incident, and had received support from Ridge. And it looks like she's with Vinny again. Dude, Vinny is a forgiving friend. Vinny had also sent Thomas with flowers and candy for Steffi, apparently feeding on a huge crush on her. Didn't Vinny have an off-screen girlfriend? Steffi and Sally won't be the only ones spending time in the hospital. Either way, Thomas had rehabilitated enough to see his sister being completely at the forefront when it came to pain management. "You can stop pretending now," he said as Steffi kept trying to resist. He pointed out that his meds were there for a reason. I hope Thomas takes some medicine. As hot as he looks in his beard, I can't forgive this guy for turning on his son and using everyone to get hope. Maybe he needs to be with Flo. Left home alone. Wait, let's stop here. Who the hell thought it was a good idea for Steffi to tinker around the house and take care of a baby on her own? You'd think Ridge would be glued to her, or that Liam was sniffing, taking care of Steffi and serving her waffles. It makes no sense that Steffi would be alone unless there was a scene with her exacting privacy. That wasn't there. Maybe this was how Steffi could fix his bottle of pills again. Though, instead of developing an addiction, she was definitely only taking them as a last resort, which begs the question, why was she almost out if she had to be forced into taking the things? Her bottle should be pretty full. Did the pharmacy just give her a starter pack? It didn't matter, because Dr. Finnegan called out of nowhere to check on his star patient man. Whatever health care plan she's got that provides that kind of service, sign me up. She kind of nodded through his insistences that she take it easy and take her meds, but not far down. She was as giddy as a girl would be who just got a care call from a hunky doctor. I mean, later, Steffi's doorbell rang. How novel. So many other people just barge in. I didn't even know she had a doorbell. Steffi checked her door camera app and smiled to see her visitor was the good doctor. Aw yeah, he admitted he didn't usually stop by to visit released patients, but he lived nearby. Well, that's better than, haven't I seen you somewhere before? Right? Steffi wanted to take the opportunity to thank him for everything he had done for her, and they made jokes about Finnegan being one of those old-time house call doctors who gets rewarded with pie after performing an emergency appendectomy. Steffi playfully sassed that he'd need a travel bag if his visits were to become a habit, and we learned he had lurked on the interwebs to find out more about her. Low. Are those sparks flying like a sparkler bought at an illegal fireworks counter? Hell to the yeah. Given B&B's usual romantic pace, Steffi and the doc would be married by now. I love that they are giving us more of a slow burn instead. Please keep that up. Not only is that better soap making for a better payoff, but hot damn, I need a slow developing romance to live vicariously through right now. Steffi found out that the doctor's friends and colleagues called him Finn, and she could barely keep a straight face. They then did that little dance where you try to find out more about the other without being too obvious. Finn didn't have kids, yet he found out Steffi was a single mom. Then he pointed to the giant Sears portrait studio pic of Steffi and Liam. I think, for the first time, she felt embarrassed about having it up. Finally, Finn noted that Steffi's crash hadn't been her first. He advised her to stay off the choppers and asked if he could check on her from time to time. Steffi liked that idea, and the doc said semi-seductively, "You wanna call me Finn?" To which Steffi answered, "So bad." She got all goo-goo-eyed as Finn left, and it was a joy to see. What a great beginning. Excuse me while I get my smelling salts and faint on a divan. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe.